Hi guys, and welcome back to another session of Live Debt Free. I am currently driving around today. We're in the midst of moving house, so a few errands, so excuse the backdrop today. But yeah, I'm thankful I just got back from a trip to South Africa, and I tell you what, travel's not the same anymore. It really isn't. It's pretty nerve-wracking from beginning to end with all the tests and the screening and just the uncertainty of whether you could travel or not. Of course, I didn't travel out of pure leisure. My mom, as most of you may know, my mom's not been that well, so it was quite important and urgent that I went to go see her, and she was doing so much better when we were there. But yeah, we've got some negative results again, so if you can, please do keep her in prayer. She means the world to us, and yeah, we are just hoping and praying for a miracle and strength during this time, and we hope that she can recover fully. But yeah, so today I thought we would cover something sort of related to budgeting, which I was speaking about earlier, but it is to do with sort of keeping a healthy financial life, and it's just more of a mindset to keep. So today I'd like to speak to you on, I forgot what I was going to speak on. Sorry, just driving and speaking, it's yeah, it takes quite a bit. So yeah, today I'd like to speak to you on the comparison game. Now, I believe that this is quite an important topic, because if you get this right, it will lead you to make healthier financial decisions. When I say the comparison game, I mean literally, we all guilty of this at some stage or other, is comparing ourselves, our lifestyle, the decisions we make with everyone else around us, be it our siblings, a colleague, a friend, you know, just anyone. And this doesn't just happen financially, but let's face it, it happens in all areas of our lives. Sometimes we look at people who are on a different fitness journey than us, and we look at them and go, oh wow, I wish that I could be that fit, and I wish my body was as beautiful as that, etc., etc. But the point is, we don't know everyone's personal journey, and the reality is we are all on such different journeys. And we don't know the prices that anyone has paid to get to where they are, what steps they had to take to get to where they are, and more importantly, where they are in their journey. So I'd like to start off by saying comparison is not a good thing. It's never a good thing to compare yourself on any level to anyone else in any area of your life, be it physical, emotional, mental, health-wise, or financial. I believe, and again guys, this is just my belief, that comparison, the root of comparison, comes from pride. And it's actually a pride thing, because you think that you deserve more, you deserve better, that you should be better than someone else. So in all of that is also a bit of insecurity, so make sure you deal with that stuff first, because ultimately what you're saying when you're comparing yourself to someone else is that you care more about what they think about you than what you think about you, and you're trying to convince other people that you are better in different aspects to anyone else. So to combat this, I believe you got to start with gratitude. It's contentment. Just be happy where you are at currently in your life. Be content with what you have. Now, when we look at this from a financial perspective, it means that you won't go making irrational decisions, spur of the moment decisions, decisions of impulse buying and impulse spending of that wanting it now, because that ultimately will lead you to make poor financial decisions. For example, you may be thinking, okay, look at Mr. Jones down the road. He's got a Mercedes and he lives in a big flashy house. I deserve that. I need to have that. I need to, I look at what I earn, look at the job I have, look how it works I also deserve this. And when we do things this way, it means that we're never going to be happy with what we have, because there's always going to be someone that has a bigger house than you, a bigger car than you, better shoes than you, better handbag than you, better hair than you. So honestly, the root of being healthy in terms of comparison is to start with being content and being grateful with what you have. Now, this doesn't mean, guys, that you're going to stay where you're at and you don't have healthy goals. Absolutely not. You set yourself goals, but you be happy with what you have and you use what you have wisely, and slowly you work towards getting to where you want to be. The common misperception as well is that, you think Mr. Jones down the road has his life all together. And it's quite funny, I played this amazing video in one of the workshops which I ran recently. It's actually an ad, a financial ad from the States, but it really encapsulates some of the misperceptions of the world and what we have towards people. This guy, sort of Mr. Jones down the road, he's driving a brand new car, he's got membership at the latest golf club, he's living in a big house. But then at the end of it, he says he's up to his eyeballs in debt. Now imagine the stress, the anxiety, the pressure that comes from that. And we just don't know what other people's lives are and where they are at and how they got there. So that's also, it's just another good reason not to compare. I had a funny thought, and this just stepping aside from the financial the other day. I was running, and as most of you know, I'm on this up and down journey with my weight, but I'll get there eventually. Is that, someone may see me running down the road and go, oh my word, he's a little chubs, bless him on his journey. But they don't know that I've lost 10 kilograms and that I'm in the middle of my journey. And the same thing with someone else that you see down the road. You don't know what it's taken for them to get to where they are at in particular. So this really applies quite wisely to your finances. If you can be happy with what you have, live wisely with what you have, you will always live and make good financial decisions and live financially really healthy. So yeah, knock the comparison game in the head. And another point I wanted to make, just in terms of comparison, I know that some cultures have a lot of pressure in terms of making sure they're keeping up appearances, that everything's okay, everything's good, we're doing well, and I've got to drive this because I've got to keep my status and my perception of what people think. I understand those cultural differences, but if you really, really want to win with money and with most things in life, all areas of your life, I believe you got to cut this and you got to take a standpoint, draw a line in the sand and say, I don't really care about other people's opinions anymore. The only people's opinions or that you should allow to speak into your life are the ones you decide and those who are closest to you. For example, maybe your best friend or an advisor or your spouse. But that circle of trust is entirely up to you. You can't allow everyone to speak into your life. So yeah, if we stop the comparison, we'll make healthier decisions, we'll keep a more positive outlook on life, we'll live a healthier financial life, and you'll be sure to win with money. So that's all for today, folks. I know it's short, but it is a really good principle. I hope you do apply this. Do follow us on our social media. I've got loads of these little pointers on our social media platform, which is Instagram at Live Debt Free, our Facebook page for those who are not into Instagram, as well as, of course, subscribe to our channel. You won't miss out. You'll get notifications as soon as a new program's out. You can also write and communicate with us and ask any questions or any topics that you feel we should cover. And then, of course, we also have our podcast for everyone who just doesn't like watching people, and me in particular. But yeah, we really appreciate you guys. We hope this has been of help. I know you guys miss my wife on these videos. I also do. Hopefully she'll be back on the next one. We're moving house next week, so wish us the best. And we'll speak soon. As I always say, keep healthy, keep safe, and make that change.